Welcome. So we're going to go through the basics today. Today, we're really focusing on some super exciting new tools that we have on offer in Canva, specifically to do with video. So we'll be going through those from scratch. My name is Jess and I'm from Canva Design School, and I'll be manning the Q&A and the chat, as well as popping up a few times in this webinar. So today we're talking about using video in the classroom, not just playing with it, but actually creating videos. Canva's video suite, it just got a whole lot easier to create videos because of these new tools. So to explore how we can use these tools in the classroom, we have Belle with us today, who is our K-12 education expert. Over to you to say hi, Belle.
Hi everyone, I'm Belinda, but you can also call me Belle from Canva. I am the design educator for K-12 teachers and students, which is really exciting. We're presenting to you from Sydney, Australia. And before I was at Canva, I was a primary teacher and EdTech specialist. So I used to work with a lot of schools, a lot of teachers and students to help them integrate technologies in their learning.
Okay, so what is Canva? So if you don't know, Canva is a free tool and you can start designing without even signing in. Today, we're going to be talking about our Canva for Education product. And this is a free subscription available to all teachers. And you can also include your students in that so they can get free access too, which basically gives you access to our Pro product for free. So all of our premium templates and elements and features, including the much loved background remover. So Canva is more than just a company. We're on a very ambitious mission to empower the whole world to design, and we're doing okay so far, with over 50 million monthly active users, doubling in size every year in every country in over 100 languages. And now we've made video creation easier than ever. So with a super low learning curve, even complete novice video editors will feel confident creating video in no time. So we've got a little hype reel here for you, a little sneak peek into some of the tools you'll see in Canva's new video suite.
I gotta hit the beat. I gotta hit the beat. I got it. It's the end of October. Champagne on the shoulder. This is my exposure. Up that bottle, it's over. It's the end of October. Champagne on the shoulder. This is my exposure. Up that all night long, but the feeling keeps kicking in. Beef with all the girls.
All right, so the great thing about Canva for Education is that you get access to all of these new video tools with our free Canva for Education product. Our goal is to empower creativity and collaboration in every classroom. At Canva, we live by our values. They are our shared beliefs of how we work, how we treat each other, and why we're building this company. We're investing in education to be a force for good in the world. It's our most important core value, and it's absolutely free, and we're committed to that now and forever. So what's included in Canva for Education? You and your students get access to Canva Pro, which includes millions of premium images, fonts, videos, and templates. I know as a teacher, when I was creating video in the classroom, a big time-consuming thing was going and looking for assets and going and searching for clips. With Canva, everything is there ready to go for you. It includes features such as background remover for photos, the ability to add voiceover and add video to your presentations. And you can publish assignments for your students to complete, which is really handy to get your students started and review their work all in the one place. You can also set up group projects with a dedicated classroom space, and I'm going to show you how that works today. The other great thing about Canva is that we've partnered with popular classroom tools, and we're supporting key LMS integrations such as Canvas and Google Classroom.
So if you haven't already got Canva for Education, head on over to canva.com/edu-signup. It is 100% free to sign up, and there is no limit on how many teachers or students from your school can join. And there are no hidden charges or upgrades. So you can use your school email to sign up, or if you already have a Canva account, log in first, then head to /edu-signup to upgrade to Canva for Education. Okay, so what are we going to go over in today's session? So we're going to look at why videos are such a great resource for the classroom. And then we're going to go and look at some creative ideas for teachers and how they can use videos for creative instruction. And then we're going to look at the same ideas for students. So how teachers might like to assign video projects for their students and ideas on what kind of projects they could be. And then we're going to finish off with some app smashing and talk about some integrations with Canva. But before we jump into that, we'd love to know a little bit more about you, and we'd love to know what grade level do you teach? So early learning, K-4, 6 to 8 middle school, 9 to 12 high school, or tertiary. So we've got some high school teachers in the room. We've got some early learning coming through now as well. Predominantly high school teachers, 63%, and now some tertiary coming through too.
That's great. It's good to see a range of teachers and educators in our webinar today. A lot of the content that we're going to show you can apply to early learning. It can apply to high school, tertiary, and beyond.
Okay, so you've heard us mention the new video tools in Canva, and I bet you're keen to see exactly what we're talking about. So we have an overview for you here that shows you the tools in action, and we'll dive deeper later with some education-specific examples. So let's have a look at those tools in action now.
Say goodbye to complex video editing tools. We've packed our library with thousands of templates, stock videos, animated graphics, and music tracks for you to quickly create professional videos. Why? Because we believe that making videos should be simple for everyone. So let's take a look at what it's like to work with video and audio in Canva. Let's start with the new video. Here's a quick preview of the video template categories available. Let's stick with the video document at the standard video size. We're back in the editor. Although it may look pretty familiar by now, you'll notice one major difference: the video timeline. When working with video and audio, it's more helpful to visualize your project using scenes instead of pages. This black line and triangle is called the playhead. It shows us what will be on the screen at a particular time in the video. You can drag it like this to fast forward or rewind your preview. Like all Canva designs, begin with a template or start dragging content to your design. Let's choose a template and see how we can customize it. There's already a video here, but what if you want to search for a new video or upload your own? Let's duplicate this scene and find out how. Let's dive into Canva's video library. Start your search from the Elements tab and add the Videos tab to your sidebar here. We're looking for a video to better match the caption in this template, so let's search. When you've found one, drag it to the background like this. It's quite a long video, but we can trim the length of the clip by dragging the edges of the scene in the timeline like this. Now let's try uploading a video. Click the Uploads tab here, then Upload Media and Device. Choose your video file to upload. Your video is now saved in the Uploads tab. And in case you're wondering, this works in exactly the same way for audio files too. Ready for your moment in the spotlight? You can record yourself directly from your computer's built-in camera and microphone. It's easy to pause and resume at any point, like this. Your final recording is also added to your Uploads tab, so you can use it for any project later on. For now, let's use our uploaded clip and add it to scene 2 like this. Let's update the caption here as well. Now let's take a look at some of the cool things you can do with animations and transitions. Click on any element on the page, then click Animate in the toolbar. You'll see page animations and text animations. Page animations will apply to all elements on your page, whereas the text animations only add the effect to your selected text element, like this. What about a transition between two scenes? You'll find a variety to choose from here, like these. Let's try one. Looking good. The only thing missing now is some music. Let's search audio in the Elements tab. This one sounds great. Let's drag it into the timeline and add to our video. Lastly, let's play back the video to preview the whole thing together. Perfect. The final step is to download our video and share it with the world. Click the download button to download as an MP4 video, our most common video file format. There you have it. With Canva, you'll have mastered video in no time.
Okay, so there's just some of the new tools available. Very exciting, I think you'll agree. And we'll be diving into lots of ideas on how to use those tools in the classroom later in the session. But first, it's over to Belle to talk about why video is such a useful tool for the classroom, both to create your own teaching materials and for student projects.
Thanks, Jess. So why video? Video talks to this generation of learners. Did you know that 70% of millennials use YouTube to learn how to do something new or learn more about something they're interested in? That's a huge amount. Let's explore why videos are so effective in the classroom and have a look at different examples. The great thing about video is that it's great for delivering instruction. You can use the power of multiple modalities to engage a new generation of learners. Provide your students with information in an easy to consume way that they can appreciate and enjoy. It's also fantastic for flexible learning deliveries. In the last couple of years, we've seen that we've had to adapt how we teach and how we deliver content to our students. Videos are great for face-to-face, remote, or hybrid learning. They're also highly accessible for students as they can view video content anytime, anywhere, and on any device. It's also great for flipped learning and instruction to prioritize active learning in the classroom. With Canva, it's easy to publish a link. So you saw in our previous demo there that you can actually download any video in high quality for free. It's also really easy to just publish and share a view link to give it to users and students as well. And of course, students creating is the really exciting thing about Canva. With video products, there's opportunities for students to be creative in the classroom. They can use digital storytelling to take the viewers on a journey, or take on a persona to creatively explore different perspectives. With Canva, you can easily get started by assigning a video template. That's the power of Canva for Education. You have the option to scaffold learning for younger learners or students who are getting started by customizing templates with media frames and text boxes. And you can see on our screen, we have an example of this. With Canva, there are media frames that you can actually insert and students just need to drag and drop their video clips in there. Students can get creative while focusing on learning and not getting too distracted by tools. For our more competent students and our older students as well, it's also great for student-driven learning. Students can actually take charge on independent projects in the classroom with Canva for Education. They can create their own videos for after-school clubs or even advocate for an important issue they really care about. With Canva for Education, students have access to all the tools they need to create and share their own videos independently. And of course, collaboration. I know in my past with collaboration in the classroom, it's been a bit tricky getting students to collaborate on a project. They might all be together on one device, trying to share files, and this is a great solution. Video products are great for student collaboration. It increases their student confidence, motivation, and higher order thinking. With this easy to use platform, teachers can set up student groups with just a click in the dedicated class space and share designs for students to work in groups. And they can work together no matter where they are, what device they're in, they can all collaborate in real time. And we're going to demonstrate this a little bit later, but students can actually edit and share feedback with live comments in real time in the editor.
And with a large library of ready-to-go video templates, it's easy for teachers and students to get started on video creation. You can start inspired with a video template, or you can get creative and start from scratch with a blank template. So we've explored some ideas. Now let's go through step by step and explore education-specific examples of how you would use one of Canva's video templates to create, for example, a documentary style video. So this is a project that you could create as an introduction to a topic, or that you could assign to your students as a project so that they could create it either individually or as a group. So we asked Lance, one of our talented video designers, to show us how to create a simple video project on volcanoes using the Canva for Education subscription. So he'll show us how to work with some video, the basics of using the timeline, how to use element animations, how to add audio, and then how to share the work. So let's take a look.
Hello everyone, I'm Lance and I work in the video team here at Canva as a motion designer. I'm here to show you how to level up your presentations by using Canva's new amazing video and animation features. This will make your video presentations more engaging and interesting by adding some cool preset animations. So let's start. So what I'm going to do now is to navigate at the template panel here. And then to access the video templates, you can either just select this video panel or you can type videos. And the search will automatically suggest different video categories. So let's select videos. And now Canva will show you the huge library of our video templates that are all editable. But right now, let's filter our search and go to educational category. And now I'm going to decide which base template that I'm going to use for my volcano videos. So I'm thinking this one. I think this one has a nice frames for my to be able to showcase my videos. And I'll just click customize this template. And now Canva will open another tab. And this tab is called the Canva editor. For the uploads panel, here you can actually upload your own media. So you can actually upload up to 5 GB when you are using free, and almost up to 100 GB when using a pro account or your education account. Okay, so let's start editing our templates text. And now let's change the design text to Earth Science. So let's just adjust the text box also, scale it down. And the third one, let me just delete it since we don't need it yet. There we go. And then I just want to align the text. So let's disable first the grouping of the volcano text and match the ratio of the purple background to the text. So the next thing we'll do is to match our video footage with our content. So first, we can delete our existing video footage and then navigate to our videos on our elements panel, click videos and type in volcanoes. There we go. I think I found the perfect video for this one. Okay, so as you can see, when we place our video to our doc type, it actually covered some of our elements and we don't want that. So what we're going to do is to arrange the hierarchy of our elements. And in order to do that, you just hover here at the right and you will see position and you have to click that button. And then you just have to click the to back. Let's do it. Let's click to back. There you have it. Our footage is already behind everything. So let's just manually scale it up. There we go. So in order to play back your sequences, if you look at the bottom part of your screen, what you see here is the timeline. So here you can scrub it here. And then you can also play it back. You can also trim your footage here. So you just have to hover on the corner of your clip. You can either reduce the duration of the clip or extend it longer. And another way to do that is to click your video, and then on the top left side, you will see a scissors. You just have to click it, and then you can either scrub the trim or apply a specific value. So let's say 7 seconds, and then okay. Let's preview our footage again. Okay, so the next thing we'll do is to recolor our elements. So we will pick a color palette that is most likely related to volcanoes. So what's good is when you open this color palette, Canva actually saves all of your colors on your document so that you don't have to use the slider every time you have to change or pick colors. So all colors on your document are all saved here. So you can just click this one and pick our ash color. So another way we can copy colors is to use this copy style tool. So all you have to do is to click the element wherein you want the color to be sampled. So just click copy style and then apply it to the element where you want the sample to be applied. So let's just click this yellow triangle. So I'm now happy with the colors. So let's move on to our next slide. Okay, so for our next frame, it is already pre-made. So basically, it is just applying what we did on the text edits on the previous slide. So in order to save time, we will focus on how to upload your custom media in Canva. So in order to upload your own content, you have to click Uploads here on the object panel. So just click Upload Media and then select the file that is in your local drive. And then Canva will now upload it on the background. And one good feature of Canva is that while you're uploading, you can now already use your footage. So if you're a Canva free user, you can actually upload up to 5 GB of media. And if you're a pro user or if you're an edu user, you can upload up to 100 GB of media. Moving on to slide 3. So similar to the previous one, I already pre-made some compositions in order to save time. So for this one, I'll demo different animations available. So we have these lower thirds here. So we will add different animations to these lower thirds. So let's start with text animation. So first is we have to click the text. And then when you hover at the top panel, you can see animate. So you just have to click that button and then you will be able to unlock the different animation presets that Canva has. So let's just try some and see what will look good to our text. Okay, so for this one, I'll choose Ascend. And then the next thing that I want to animate is the volcano icon. So let me just click it. And then when I click it, you actually saw that from text animation, it actually moved to element animation. So these are the types of presets that are available to elements. So let's use something that is pro. So let's click baseline. So the next element that I want to animate is our text bounding box. So let me just click it. And then, yeah, actually, pan looks nice. And let me just also animate this triangle element. Click animate. Then let me just use Rise for this one. So you can actually preview again your animation or sequence by using the timeline and hitting play button. So I think I'm happy with that animation. Okay, so another type of animation is page animation. So I basically use it whenever I'm short with time. If I need to do things in a hurry wherein I don't have to go each individual element and apply animation to it. So in order to access page animation, just click any element and then click on the animation and then you have two tabs here. So one is for element animation and the other one is page animation. So you just have to click page animation. And then if you choose a preset, you will automatically see that the preset is being applied to all elements quickly. So you don't have to go in one by one and assign individual elements to each one. So I'll just use span for this. So quickly it applied to all elements and text. So isn't that efficient? So the next feature I want to show you is how to add an audio. So for me, music is very important in a video sequence since it sets the mood and it makes the sequence more complete. So to access the audio tracks in Canva, you just have to go to the object panel and click audio. And then now you can see all the tracks available to use. So on my end, I already have a music in mind. So its title is Definition of Color. So in order to add the music track, you can just simply drag or click. And immediately you will see that the track will be added on the timeline. So just like video clips, you can actually trim audio and choose to add more. So let's just stick with definition of color and then expand until it reaches the last frame. So let's just preview the sequence with audio. There you go. I'm now satisfied with the audio. Now let's say you're done with your whole sequence. You've applied all the edits, the animation that would make your sequence look more dynamic. And now you want to use your video for remote teaching, for your students to be able to access your presentation offline anywhere. Canva actually has this cool feature wherein you can record yourself. So to access that, just navigate at the upper right corner of your editor and then this button, present and record. But before we go there, it is always a best practice to add your script first so that when you record yourself, you will have a guide or something you can read through. So once you've pasted your content or script on their corresponding slides, we are now ready to go inside the present and record workspace. So let's just click this button and then click go to recording studio. So upon opening the recording studio, you will see a new workspace. So I'll just walk you through quickly what are these inside the recording studio workspace. So on the right side are your notes. So you can view or read through here. So everything that you pasted a while ago will be seen here. And this is your actual presentation. And here's your timeline for you just to have a glimpse or preview of what slide will be next. So let me just click start recording. Volcanoes are vents in the Earth's crust. They allow the material from a magma chamber to escape. Magma chambers are large pools of liquid rocks below the Earth's surface. When it escapes, it is called an eruption. The material that is expelled includes lava, rock fragments, ash, and gases. And I hit the end recording since I'm done. And now Canva is processing my recording. So now it opened a new window where I can access the link and the download button. So we'll do both. So I'll copy the link. So while waiting for the Canva to process the download, let's view the link on another tab. So now our video sequence is open on the other tab. So let's just play it back. Volcanoes are vents in the Earth's crust. They allow the material from a magma chamber to escape. Magma chambers are large pools of liquid rock below the Earth's surface. When it escapes, it's called an eruption. The material that is expelled includes lava, rock, fragments, ash, and gases. There we go. You can now actually share that link to your students. Once the download is finished, it will now be automatically saved to your local drive. So let me just play the downloaded version from my local drive. Volcanoes are vents in the Earth's crust. They allow the material from a magma chamber to escape. Magma chambers are large pools of liquid rock below the Earth's surface. When it escapes, it's called an eruption. The material that is expelled includes lava, rock, fragments, ash, and gases. There you go. You can now send the video to your students and upload it on different hosting platforms like Google Drive, OneDrive, anything that works best for you. So that's it. Thank you.
Now you know how to get going. It's over to Belle for some ideas on how teachers can use videos to engage students.
Thank you. So we saw a bit of a demo there. We see how it works. Let's actually look at different types of instructional videos and some ideas for what teachers can create with Canva. You can start inspired with an educational video template. We've got plenty of those in our library, but we've also got access to all other different types of video templates that you can use to create lots of different things for the classroom to instruct your students. So let's have a look. You can mix things up with a course or subject intro video. This is one idea. Get your students motivated, share learning objectives and tips in an successful and engaging way. Use one of Canva's educational video templates to create a professional looking video. You can easily capture students' attention with the free pro assets such as images, videos, and audio. You can also use the Record Yourself tool, which we saw earlier in the Canva video. And this is great for a personalized touch. So you don't have to go and film yourself outside of Canva. You can do it all within the recording studio. And the great thing about the recording studio is that they've just released a brand new screencasting feature. So keep an eye out for that, and it makes all of your video editing really easy. It's also great to create an explainer video for your students. And you can showcase a skill or process in any learning area. This is really accessible for students to watch and review learning content at their own pace. Use the recording studio to easily record this and demonstrate right in Canva. You can also upload any sort of video up into Canva as well if you want to use any media that you've already previously created. And we saw in Lanza's demo that he created a documentary style video. This is a great way to immerse your students with background knowledge or on a new topic. With the Pro Library, you've got thousands of video clips that you can use to immerse your students in authentic experiences. Take them on a journey with real world examples or go back in time to a historical period. When you finish publishing, it's easy to present and record your own narration to this. Or maybe just a little bit of fun. You can create a Meet the Teacher video. This is great to start the beginning of the school year or with a new class. But what about other types of video templates that we have in the Canva library? There's lots available. Let's explore some creative ideas. We have these great message videos, and you can use them for happy birthday or anything informal, but they can also make some really good student reminder or video announcements. It's really easy to edit, create any text and graphic animations for an impactful video, and it's ready to go. And what about engaging the current generation of learners with a TikTok style video? Now, I don't mean a dance or participating in a challenge. With a TikTok template, you can create short bite-sized learning videos for students. Motivate them with a short, sharp writing prompt, perhaps, to inspire their imagination, or create an animated video with tips for them for an assignment. Let's have a look at how we can create templates like this. It's over to Lance for another demo.
So now we're going to do a TikTok video from scratch. So we can click create a design and then type TikTok, and then it will suggest TikTok video and click that. So it will give you a new blank document. So a good practice is that to outline your content first. So if you have a script, you can actually paste your script here. So just click add subheading and then paste your script for this slide. So now we will search for superheroes. Type in superheroes. And now I find the element that I think will work best for my TikTok video. So let's now change the background to something that is blue. Let's change the text. Let's go for something that is bold. Let's change the spacing of the text a little bit so they're closer to each other. And let's just see if it will look good if it's in all caps. Canva actually has a button that can actually easily toggle this from regular to all caps. So let's go for all caps and change the font color to white. And now let's include building elements. So we need something that will represent a superhero in a busy city. So let's search for buildings. So now I found the buildings that has the style that I'm looking for. We can now actually arrange the hierarchy of this so that our superhero will be in front. So let's just click the superhero and click the position and forward. And now let's just add some animated stickers and elements so that our video will be more dynamic. So in order to do that, let's just place, shine. And now I've added some sparkling glitters that will make my composition more dynamic. It adds movement to it. And another element I want to add are clouds. And select this one. Let's just remove the outline so that it will be plain white. And duplicate this. Let's just lessen the opacity of this element a little bit so that it doesn't compete with our text. So in order to do that, you can just click the clouds and then select this transparency tool and just drag it around maybe 60%. And now let's move on to designing our second slide. And now let's design our third slide. And once you're happy with your design, we can now add some dynamic animations to your composition. So for me, I think what will fit for the clouds is drift. For the superhero, we can actually do a rise. And you can preview that on the timeline. There. And let's add some animation to the text. So let's pick burst. Just apply animations also on the next few slides. Now, once you're happy with that, we can now add music. We can just click here on the audio panel. Again, if you find the music too loud, you can actually change the volume here. And now I'm going to show you what the comment and collaboration feature of Canva. So let's say this was made by another teacher and you want to change the background color to something lighter. So you can just click on that background element and you will see an icon here. And then you can just basically type in your comment like, can we make the background lighter? Everyone working on the document will be able to see your comment. And now I'm going to show you how to export your TikTok video. So for exporting, you just have to click download and then make sure you select MP4 video. And also you have to make sure that you select all pages. Done. And then click download. And Canva will actually process the downloading for you. And there you go. You have your exported TikTok video on your local drive. Another way of sharing your work is actually clicking share. And then, so if you're collaborating, you can actually share your link to someone who can actually edit it. Or for your students, you can select link to watch. And then your students will now have the option to view your TikTok video anywhere. There we have it.
So we've looked at why videos are useful in education and how they talk to this generation of learners. And that just wrapped up some great ideas for how you might use videos for teaching instruction. So let's now look at some ideas for student projects. It's back to you, Belle, for some more creative ideas.
Thank you, Jess. So the great power of Canva is, of course, the student ability to create and show their learning in a variety of ways in the classroom. So let's have a look at some ideas for student video creation. We've got a lot of these About Me templates, which are fantastic ways to get started. Students can get creative at the beginning of the school year with About Me templates to express themselves, introduce themselves, and get to know their peers. But the great thing about these is that they can also be customized for video reflections in a variety of learning areas. Create a simple template for students to record themselves, or customize a template for the reflection journal that they can add to over a period of time. Get them to do their own explainer video. This is a great way for students to demonstrate a whole variety of things in the classroom. It could be a science experiment, how to perform a skill, how to follow a process, or even how to solve a problem. With the access to the Canva's Pro Recording Studio, they can easily record themselves on any device right in Canva or create using the screencast. We've also got this idea that we saw in Lanza's demonstration earlier about a digital story. So you can get students to actually create their own documentary style video really easy, and it can be really powerful and have a great impact. They can creatively present their knowledge using authentic images and videos and take the video users on a journey through places, spaces, or historical periods. And as I mentioned previously, the great thing about this is that students don't need to waste time going to look for video assets, downloading, uploading. Everything's available on there. There's thousands of different assets. So an example like this, like Antarctica, there's thousands of video clips, images available for students to create a great digital story in the classroom. And when they finish up, they can publish their video with the present and record tool, and it's a great way to add narration to their video as well. So what about some of these creative ideas as well? So students also have the freedom to use any type of video template in the whole Canva library with Pro. Let's explore some other template ideas. So something like a slideshow video can be a great introductory activity, particularly as an assignment. Not all video assignments have to be a huge production. You might just want to do a quick activity to get them to demonstrate their knowledge. If you create a simple video slideshow activity for students, you can even set this as a visual research task. You can ask students to use thousands of images from our Pro library to explore perhaps different places, cultures, or histories and take a deep dive into what they're learning in class. Another great one that we love is this video collage template. It's a little bit different, but it's fantastic because you can use each scene to collate photos and videos together. This is great for showing learning perhaps in a journal at each stage of the learning process. You can see here we've got an example of a project on the solar system, and students can actually layer photos and videos showing what they did at each stage of the process rather. They're also great for video group projects. So you saw that we can easily collaborate in Canva. Each group member can maybe document and reflect their learning on different scenes and different slides and give a big picture of how the process went. So let's have a look at what this looks like in action. So Jess and I have created a video demo of how you can collaborate in a video collage, and we're going to take you through this right now. Okay, so you can see here that you can easily search for video collages in our Canva library, bring up that category, and students have lots of templates they can easily start with and customize for their video collage. You've simply got to open it up, it will load in the editor, and you can use these pictures and media frames and text boxes to guide you. You can see here that I'm actually using what we call the styles panel. Without having to fiddle with colors and everything, it's really easy to just apply that to all slides. And you can see here as well that I'm actually just copying the editing link and giving it to Jess. It is as simple as that for students to get a collaborator in, and you can see that her little circle has popped up in the top window. So what's happening now is that we're both collaborating in this. I am typing a comment for Jess to direct her. So this is what that real-time editing looks like. I'm saying, Jess, can you please make sure you add a video here so she can see that? While I'm editing text on this first scene, Jess is actually in real time going and editing the other scenes in this as well. She's come over, she's resolved the comment to say, yep, thanks, Bill, I've got this. And she's adding in her media. So this is a little demo that we did reflecting on a learning journey for an excursion or a field trip on frogs. So we're all editing in real time. You can see here that you can go in and you can search for media elements, but you can also upload elements as well. So if you're taking photos and videos on a field trip or in a learning experience, it's easy to come and edit it and bring it here. Easy drag and drop, which is great. So this is that media frame item that I was talking about. So I've gone in, I've done more editing, and I'm leaving Jess another comment. I can capture her for attention with a nice little sticker mode that we've got now in Canva as well to say, Jess, please come over here and add this in, or can you please revise this and change it and make changes? Yep, so she's going in and doing that. Grab her attention. What you're seeing here as well is also really good for you as a teacher to give feedback for students. So when you go in and review an assignment, you can actually use all these comments and stickers too. Going to jump over to the second scene here. Really easy. I'm going in and editing text. Jess has already gone and put in a photo and a video from our field trip on frogs and what we've learnt about. And I'm putting in some brief text in there as well to document it. And you can see here on our third scene, Jess has done an awesome little screencast as well. So she's going in, resolving the comments. She's put in that video in the first one. Super easy. We can now press play and review. And you can see our video come to life in action. Really easy. You don't have to get students to worry so much about the design and starting everything from scratch and all the little details. That's the key thing here. Even our youngest learners can really get started with video in the classroom with how simple it is.
Absolutely. So you've just seen us do a little collaboration on a video project. We now would love you to join us in a collaboration for a bit of a brainstorming session. We would love you to answer a question. What other creative ideas can you think of for student video projects? So we have a brainstorming document here to share with you, and I'm popping that link in the chat right now. So you can open this up and you can log into your Canva account and you'll be able to see this shared collaboration doc, which I would love to be a resource for you to take away with lots of ideas in it. So let's all open that up now. Fantastic. So there's a couple of questions on that document. One of them on the left is, what would you like to get your students creating with video? And on the left, do you have anything on your video wish list? If there were some features that you would love to see or some things that you would love to be able to do with video in Canva, what would they be? Just list them here. So Belle, do you want to bring that on screen so we can have a look at that too, if anyone's there that hasn't logged in yet?
We've got some great ideas already coming in, loving it. A storyboard for a short story, fantastic. Favorite singer or some festivity, awesome. Author interviews, yes, that's something that we haven't spoken about. You can interview somebody, get students to interview. You can also do like a fake little news feature as well at the news desk. I'm loving this.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I love the idea of maybe a little ad as well, maybe a little 20 or 30-second ad for promoting a particular thing. Could be a really fun thing to do. Oh, so we got some requests for some things on the video wish list here. Animating GIFs or still photos.
So if you search, I love animated GIFs. I haven't tested it yet to see if that comes in, but when you search in our library, I know I've spoken a lot about photos and videos. If you search for graphics, a lot of those are animated and you can insert it into your video and it can look really cool. I haven't tested if you actually type animated in the keyword search, but if you look in the graphics category, we've got heaps of animated graphics that are really cool that can be used in there to get attention.
Cool. So you'll have access to this document after the session. So here's a little resource for you of more ideas in addition to everything that you've heard during the session. So we'll leave this live. It'll be live for the rest of the session. Feel free to jump in there and see what people have written or add your own ideas.
I love this idea I've just seen of a live quiz too. That's really cool. You can like record a quiz and film that and have that going. That's an awesome idea. Presentations for tutorials, definitely. Love tutorials, and there's so many different ways that you can create that. Book reviews are also fantastic, and getting students to film and record and show their opinions too. Huge request for GIFs. Definitely something I'm going to take back to the team to explore and have a look and see if we can incorporate that into our videos. Challenge videos, yes. Great idea.
A couple of questions coming through in the chat about audio and manipulating audio. And the questions around, can Canva allow you to shorten or lengthen the audio? So absolutely, with our video templates, you can. And that's one of the beauties of using the video timelines instead of maybe just a slide timeline like you might be used to with other formats, because you can drop audio in and you actually are able to trim it and shorten or lengthen it just like you can with a video clip. So you'll have that video timeline and then you'll have that audio timeline as well, and you can move where the audio plays and you can lengthen and shorten it. Absolutely. So just make sure that you're searching for video templates for that capability. So let's move on to part 4 if we go back to the presentation. We're going to go back to Belle now for our last lot of tips and some insights into an integration with a popular tool used by educators so that you can app smash. Tell us more about it, Belle.
Thanks, Jess. So app smashing is awesome. If this is a new term for you, it's pretty much using 2 edtech tools or 2 digital tools to create some sort of digital product. And the great thing about Canva is that it's so flexible that you can app smash with absolutely anything. You can easily download your videos for free as high quality MP4s. So then you can upload that asset into different platforms. You've also got the ability to use a share view link as well, kind of like a YouTube link, if you want to integrate that into other platforms too. So some great ideas. You can create some great designs if you are a Flipgrid user. Get students to design awesome video responses and easily upload it to Flipgrid. You can also create videos for tags in ThingLink. If you're not familiar with ThingLink, have a look. It's a great platform where you can create an immersive image or environment, and you can have lots of different tags that students explore. Or you can simply upload your videos to other edtech tools such as Seesaw Digital Portfolios or Book Creator, to just name a few. So there's lots of flexibility and options there. The great thing is that Canva is continually growing their library of educational templates. So we've got you covered. Very soon, we're going to be launching a set of customizable background templates for Flipgrid. These are going to be fantastic. Students will be able to search a range of educational templates for different subjects and different topics as well. So wrapping it up, what have we learned today? So the main thing about Canva for Education and our video suite is that it's easy. We know how hard it can be for teachers to manage different technologies in the classroom and get creativity happening without a glitch. So we hope that this product will really help you to achieve that. With access to all the pro features, it's easy for students or teachers to get started and create any type of video imaginable. And from our ideas that we've shared today, we can see that there's lots of fantastic ways that we can do this. Create an instructional video to engage your learners, or get students to demonstrate their learning and get really creative with it. We've also had a look briefly at app smashing and how awesome Canva is for allowing you to download, share your videos, and use it in all the classroom tools that you already use really well with your students.
So that is almost it from us today. But to wrap up, we would like to throw down a challenge. Using everything you have learned in the session today, can you create a video within 24 hours of watching this session? And if you do, we'd absolutely love to see what you make. So jump on into our teachers community on Facebook if you're not already a member, and share any creations that you make and get inspired by what educators all around the world are making in Canva. So if you're not already a member of our teachers community, you can find it at facebook.com/groups/Canva Teachers Community. And you can learn more about Canva for Education there too, hear about new product releases, and also ask questions of our education team.
To get you started as well, we've got this onboarding teachers guide. This is a great way to get you started on the Canva for Education product. So you need to register to get access, and you might already be part of a US district as well. This will still help you to get started with it in the classroom, understand how the class space works, and how you actually get your students into the platform. So just to confirm, for your students to be able to access all these amazing features, you do need to create a class and invite them in for access. That's the only way that they can get all the pro features. So please use that guide with the way that you can do that, how you can operate things, create groups, how you do assignments, all that stuff. And we've got amazing new things coming in this education product as well. So please keep an eye out. It's going to be really exciting.
And we're not done yet with the resources. If you want more information on what's included with Canva for Education, go and check out these resources on Design School, which will take you through all of the features of our Canva for Education product. So that is designschool.canva.com/tutorials/education. And if you haven't discovered our design school, then you definitely need to go and check that out. So this is the home of loads of asynchronous learning content for you to do in your own time. We've got courses, we've got little tutorials to help you with specific skills. And of course, we've got our live events. So at the bottom of the screen there, you can see events. You can click see all, and you'll see a month's worth of content coming up of these live webinars, and lots of education content specifically for our teachers community there too.
So with Design School, that is actually where our content is going to go, that I'm creating and my team, which is going to have a lot of helpful videos for both teachers and students. This is coming very, very soon. It's not only going to be video, it's going to be how you can create in the classroom with a whole variety of different doc types, how you can collaborate, and you'll be able to share these videos with your students to help them get started as well. So please watch this space. It's coming really soon.
And if you haven't discovered our YouTube channel as a source of learning as well, definitely go and check that out. So I've marked there specifically the playlist for educators. So if you go and search Canva on YouTube and then go and click on our playlists, you'll see that there is a playlist called Canva for Education. And there are all the webinars like this living on that channel, plus other things from the education team. So a really, really great resource for quite specific content on things for high school or things for primary or use in different use cases. So definitely go and check out the playlist there as well if you haven't already discovered YouTube. So I'd like to say a huge thank you to everyone for joining us live on this call. And thank you to Belle for joining us today as our education expert to tell us about all the wonderful ways we can use video in education.
My pleasure. Thank you, Jess, for organising such an awesome Canva Space webinar. It's been great being with you all, even though we can only see you in our little text box. So thank you so much for joining us today.
Spectacular. Okay, well, we hope to see you at another webinar very soon. Good morning, good night, have a lovely evening or day wherever you are. Thank you.